Hello everyone. Now we are going to study about next article, that is impact. Now, to understand this impact, first of all, let us consider if the balls of different materials or properties are allowed to fall on a plane floor of single material, then we find that they rebound to different heights by virtue of their property of elasticity. Hence, elasticity is the property of a body by virtue of which they can rebound after impact. The body which does not rebound after impact, then such a body is known as inelastic or a plastic body. It may be noted that the balls of different material having same velocity rebounds, and after rebound they attain different velocity corresponding to their elasticity exist. So now it's time to define the impact. Impact is defined as the collision of two bodies in a small interval of time during which the two bodies exerts a very large force on each other. Hence, force exerted due to the impact of two bodies is always equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So, the resultant impulse or impulsive force at the collision of two bodies becomes 0. This means the total momentum before and after impact remains same. Now, basically impact is classified into two types, that is central impact and eccentric impact. But in this article, we will discuss only the type of central impact, as central impact is most important in our syllabus. Now, writing first the definition of impact here, then proceeding further to the important definition and terms. So, first of all, we have to note this definition, the meaning of impact. Impact, it is defined as the collision of two bodies in a small interval of time during which the two bodies exerts a very large force on each other. Okay, so this is the definition of impact. Now, moving further to the next article, that is technical terms and definitions involved in the impact. Important definitions. Okay, so first one is elasticity. Actually, we all are familiar with this term, the meaning of elasticity, but still we will define it. A body which rebound and regain its original shape and size after impact is known as the property of a body. Actually, it can also be defined as like this. It is a property of a body by virtue of which they rebound after impact and also regain its original shape and size after collision. As we are discussing the unit impact, means there is a collision of two bodies. So, when they collide with each other, they rebound after impact and they regain their original shape and size. This property of a body to regain its original shape and size after the collision is called as elasticity. Okay, so writing its definition. So this is the definition of elasticity. Now the second term is elastic body. Now what is the meaning of elastic body? A body which rebound see, this is the important term, a body which rebound, because the body will not rebound if it is a plastic body. So I am writing here a body which rebound, and the next main thing is and regained and regain its original shape. Its original shape and size after impact. So this is the definition for elastic body. Now what is the meaning of plastic body or inelastic body? Plastic or inelastic body. A body which does not rebound and permanently changes its shape and size is called as inelastic or a plastic body. The first thing is it doesn't rebound. Okay, so this is the point to be noted. It doesn't rebound. And second thing is doesn't regain its shape and size. Doesn't regain shape and size. Okay, so it is called as a plastic body. Now the next term is line of impact. Now what is the meaning of line of impact? Let's see. It is a common line which is normal to the colliding surface in contact. See, it is a common line which is normal to the colliding surface, in contact. Now suppose these are two bodies. Suppose this is one body and this is the another one body. Okay, so now what happens? This body reaches to this body and they have collide with each other. Suppose they have collide like this. So it is a common line which is normal to the colliding surface. Actually the colliding surface is this one. This surface is a colliding surface, and the common line which is normal to the colliding surface means which is the common line? This line is the common line. Okay, so this line is common to both these bodies and which is normal, means perpendicular to this colliding surface. So this line is called as line of impact. Okay, the line which is common to the normal line which is normal to the common surface of impact is called as a line of impact. This is a very important definition, line of impact. Now next definition is deformation. Now what is the meaning of deformation? As we all know the meaning of deformation, during impact the colliding bodies undergoes change in shape and size, which is known as a deformation. Deformation means change in shape and size. Change in shape and size during collision. As we are learning this new chapter, it is the name of the chapter is impact, and in impact we have started from the first line itself that there is the collision between the two bodies. So change in shape and size during collision is called as deformation. Now the meaning of central impact. Next term is the central impact. Central impact: if the center of mass of two colliding bodies lie along the line of impact is known as central impact. What is the meaning of central impact? If the center of mass of two colliding bodies lie along the line of impact. Lie along the line of impact. Then it is known as central impact. Now for suppose these two bodies, when they have collided, it will become like this, and if this is the common surface, if this is a common colliding surface to both the lines, then a line now normal to this common surface is called as, this is the line which is normal to this common surface, this line is called as line of impact. And over this line of impact, if the center of mass of two bodies are lying, suppose the center of mass of this body is this one and center of mass for this body is this one, if they both these points are lying over the line of impact, then this type of collision is called as central impact. Now next term is eccentric impact. Eccentric, this is I, eccentric impact. Now what is the meaning of eccentric impact? If the center of mass of two colliding bodies are not lie along the line of impact, then it is called as eccentric impact. Okay. So this is the definition for eccentric impact. Now the meaning of restitution. What is the meaning of restitution? We have to study this thing. Restitution. This is the new term in this topic. We should all aware of. We must be aware about this topic. This unit actually restitution. Restitution, whenever the two elastic bodies collides with each other, after impact these two bodies try to regain their original shape and size during short interval of time due to the property of elasticity. The process of regaining their original shape and size is known as restitution. Let me write its definition first. So this is the definition for restitution. Means when two elastic bodies collides with each other after impact, these two bodies try to regain their original shape and size during short interval of time due to the property of elasticity. The process of regaining their original shape and size is known as restitution. Now the next term is period of deformation. Period of deformation. Now what is the meaning of period of deformation? It is the time taken from the instant of the initial or first contact to the instant of maximum deformation of the bodies. Means the time between the first contact to the first deformation is called as period of deformation. So let me write the definition. It is the time taken from the instant of the initial or first contact to the instant of maximum deformation of the bodies. So this is the definition for period of deformation. Now the next term comes to be period of restitution. Now what is the meaning of period of restitution? Let's see. Period of restitution. The meaning of restitution I have already explained. What is the meaning of restitution? The meaning of restitution was the property or the process of regaining original shape and size. That was called as the restitution. Now what is the period of restitution? It is the time taken by the two bodies to regain its original shape and size after deformation is called as restitution. It is the time taken by the two bodies to regain its original shape and size after deformation. This is called as period of restitution. Now what is the meaning of period of collision? Period of collision. Now what is the meaning of period of collision? It is the sum of the period of deformation and period of restitution. It is the sum of the period of restitution, and period of deformation. Okay, so this is the period of collision. Now the next term comes to be coefficient of restitution. The meaning of coefficient of restitution is, let me write first, coefficient of restitution. It is defined as when collision of two bodies takes place, the ratio of velocity of separation to their velocity of approach is called as coefficient of restitution. First of all, let me write the definition. It is defined as when collision when collision of two bodies takes place, the ratio of velocity of separation to their velocity of approach is called as coefficient of restitution. Okay, so to understand this concept, that is coefficient of restitution, which is denoted by E, to understand this concept, let us draw two balls or two bodies like this. It is a circular body actually, okay, and this is the another one body. Okay, so before impact, if we have drawn it like this before impact, okay, so these are the center of these bodies. Now when impact takes place, it will look somewhat like this. These are the two bodies, they have the centers like this. Okay, so this is the impact. During impact the picture will be like this, and during this impact there will be maximum deformation. Okay, maximum deformation will take at this position when there is impact. Now after impacting, they will leave each other, means like this, they will look like this somewhat. So these are the centers of these bodies, they will be look like this after impact. This is the line of impact. Okay, so these are moving along the line of impact only, that's why we can show it like this. This is the line of impact. The center of mass of all these bodies are lying on the line of impact before collision and after collision. It means it is a type of central impact. Now let's see, this is the velocity for this is body A and this is body B. Suppose this is A and B and this is A and B, like this. So this body will have initial velocity, that is UA, and this body will have initial velocity UB. Okay, now during impact, suppose the velocity of the body is, suppose it is V, and after impact it has a velocity of VA, suppose, and it is VB. Okay, so these are the final velocities, these are the initial velocities. V is the common velocity of both bodies at the end of the period of deformation. At the end of period of deformation, this is the common velocity V. Okay, so as per the definition of coefficient of restitution, means when collision of two bodies takes place, the ratio of velocity of separation to their velocity of approach is called as coefficient of restitution. Means E is equal to E, which is denoted for coefficient of restitution, we can write here like this: E is equal to ratio of velocity of separation. Velocity of separation means VB and VA, these are the velocities after collision, means velocity of separation is VB and VA. As B body is away from body A, means it has traveled more distance than A, it means that VB is more than VA, that's why we can write here VB minus VA, like this. This is the velocity of separation. They have separated, why? Because velocity of B is more than velocity of A. Now there is velocity of approach. Velocity of approach means this body A approaches to the body B. It means that velocity of body A is more than velocity of body B. So we will write here velocity of A, initial velocity of A before collision, that is velocity of approach, VA minus UA minus UB. So this is the formula for velocity. This is the formula for the coefficient of restitution. Coefficient of restitution is E is equal to VB minus VA divided by VA minus UB. We have studied now coefficient of restitution. The most important thing in coefficient of restitution is its definition and formula, and apart from this, the very much important thing is the values of E. The value of E is equal to 1 for perfectly elastic body. Remember this thing, for perfectly elastic body. For perfectly elastic body, the value of E is equal to 1. For perfectly plastic body, for perfectly plastic, or it is also called as inelastic body, perfectly plastic, this E value is equal to 0. Okay. Now, if E value lies between 0 to 1, it means that it is partial elastic, or for elastic plastic, partial elastic, okay, or elastic plastic. You can also write it as a elastic plastic body. Okay, so this type of body, the values of E lies between 0 to 1, 0 to 1, and 1 for perfectly elastic, 0 for perfectly plastic. Now the next term comes as a types of central impact. What is the meaning of what are the types of central impact? We will see now. Types of central impact. Now, different types of central impact are categorized based on the following criteria. Actually, the criteria is just like that. Nature of collision between two bodies. First of all, the criteria is nature of collision between two bodies. Then second criteria to make the type of central impact is nature of material properties between two bodies. Nature of material properties between two bodies. So based on nature of collision between two bodies, we will take this, consider this first one, nature of collision between two bodies. Based on this, we have first type is direct central impact. Based on collision, direct central impact, and the second one is indirect or oblique central impact. Indirect or oblique central impact. The meaning of central impact we have already discussed. The meaning of central impact was that before collision, both the bodies were moving on the line of impact. The center of mass of both the bodies were on the line of impact. That means it was a central impact. Now we have two types, there is direct central impact and indirect central impact. If the center of mass of the bodies lies on the line of impact, then that type of impact is called as central impact. Now there is two types, direct and indirect or oblique central impact. So what is the direct central impact? We will learn first. Direct central impact. So when the two bodies having different initial velocity before impact are moving along the line of impact, then such a collision is known as direct central impact. Let me write its definition. So the definition is, when the two bodies having different initial velocity before impact. See here, I have written here different initial velocities. If the initial velocities were same, then the impact was impossible, because if two bodies are moving with the same initial velocity, then the impact is impossible. At least there is a change in between the initial velocities of two bodies. There must be a change in the initial velocities of the two bodies so that they can collide with each other. If this body is having speed lesser than this body and the direction of motion is suppose rightward direction, this body is having lesser speed as compared to this body, then their collision is definite. But if suppose this body and this body, they are moving with the same velocities, then their collision is impossible. That's why the word different initial velocity is written here. So don't get confused about this word. Why this different initial velocity is written here? When the two bodies having different initial velocity before impact are moving along the line of impact, If they are moving along the line of impact, then such a collision is known as direct central impact. So it is a very simple definition. Now proceeding to the next definition, that is indirect or oblique central impact. Indirect or oblique central impact. Okay, it is also a very simple, only we have to replace this moving along the line of impact as we have written in the first definition. Now we have to write this moving not along the line of impact, they are moving along their different paths before collision. So we will write this definition also. When the two bodies having different velocities, having different initial velocities, having different initial velocity before impact or collision, are not moving along the line of impact, then such a collision is known as indirect central impact. Okay, what we have said here, before impact they are not moving along the line of impact. Now what is the meaning of line of impact? I have already said you, when two bodies collide, they have a common surface at which they have collided. To that common surface there is a normal line which is passing through the center of mass of the both colliding bodies. If they are not moving over that line of impact before collision, then that type of collision is called as indirect or oblique central impact. The diagram may be like this. The diagram of indirect or central impact may be like this. Suppose this is body 1 and this is suppose another body. Okay, so these bodies have the center of mass here suppose, and now they are moving in this direction suppose. Okay, they are moving like this. So suppose like this, if we have drawn their path of movement, then we will find that these two bodies will have a collision somewhat here. Okay, they will collide here. Okay, or as they have reached here, they have collision, we can say this. Okay, like this only, at this point only, here there is a collision suppose. Okay, this is the common surface, of collision. To this surface there is a normal line which passes like this. This normal line is the center and here is the center again. So this normal line is having the center of mass over it. Okay, and this normal line which is perpendicular or normal to this common surface. But as we observe, the line of these two bodies are not on this line. This is the line of impact. These two bodies are not moving along the line of impact. This is the line of impact before their collision. That's why this type of collision is called as indirect central impact. I hope you have found, or you have got this point. Okay, now the second criteria to write the type of central impact was based on the nature of material properties between the bodies. Now based on material properties, second criteria was based on material properties. We already are aware about the elastic and plastic materials, material properties, based on material properties. Okay, between the two bodies, material properties. So first one is perfectly elastic impact, perfectly elastic impact. The second one is partial elastic impact, and the third one is perfectly plastic impact. Perfectly plastic impact. So first of all, we will see about the perfectly elastic impact. Perfectly elastic impact. The meaning of perfectly elastic impact. Actually, when the two bodies are elastic, then they will have perfectly elastic impact. How? This can be proved by having the value of E equal to 1. If the value of E is equal to 1, then there is a perfectly elastic impact. Means, what is the meaning of E? E means velocity of separation, that is Vb minus Va, divided by velocity of approach, that is Ua minus Ub. Okay. So this is the meaning of coefficient of restitution, and if this value is equal to 1, means velocity of separation is equal to velocity of approach, then this will possible only in the case of perfectly elastic impact. Okay. So next term in perfectly elastic impact is about the kinetic energy of the system. Here kinetic energy is conserved. Kinetic energy is conserved. Okay. So kinetic energy before impact is equal to kinetic energy after impact. Momentum of system is also conserved. Here momentum of system is conserved. Okay. So momentum is also conserved. What is the meaning of conservation of momentum? Momentum before impact is equal to momentum after impact. It regains its shape and size after the impact. Okay. So next last point is regains shape and size. Okay. Regains shape and size. So example is impact between two hard and polished steel bodies is the example of perfectly elastic impact. Now we will see partially elastic impact. Partially elastic impact. Now partially elastic impact will have E value in between 0 to 1, because it is partially elastic. Materials are partially elastic, so their impact will also be partially elastic, so their E value will range between the 0 to 1. Kinetic energy is not conserved here. Okay. Kinetic energy is not conserved because before impact kinetic energy was different and after impact kinetic energy was something different. Kinetic energy is not conserved, but momentum is conserved here. Okay. Momentum of system is conserved because the law of momentum of conservation we have studied already. It says that the momentum before impact is equal to momentum after impact. So momentum is conserved. And the last point is that there is permanent change in shape and size. Permanent change in shape and size. Now there comes the third point. Actually the example for partially elastic impact, the example will be impact between the hard and polished ball with the putty ball. Okay. Hard and polished ball, this is hard and polished ball, is colliding with a putty ball. Okay. In the previous first one, that is perfectly elastic impact, we have said that there are two polished and hard elastic steel balls are there. These were both the balls were of steel, but this here one is steel, one of putty. Okay. So this type of impact is called as partially elastic impact. Now there comes the third type, that is perfectly plastic. Perfectly plastic impact. As I have already said you that about perfectly plastic material, what will be the coefficient of restitution? It is equal to 0. Second thing is kinetic energy is getting lost, so kinetic energy is not conserved. Kinetic energy is not conserved. Third one is momentum. Why momentum? What about momentum? Momentum is conserved again because of the law of conservation of momentum. Momentum before impact is equal to momentum after impact. So momentum is conserved here also. Okay. So this is the point to be noted. Momentum is conserved. Now next point is there is permanent change in shape and size, and the impact between the two balls is the example for perfectly plastic impact is that these are the two balls, both the balls are made up of putty only. So in this way we have completed this portion, means based on the material properties and based on the collision between the two bodies, what are the types of central impact. This portion has been completed now. Okay, so let's see the problems involved in this chapter in the next live lecture. Thanks for watching.